It's funny, sometimes the most unexpected things that happen in your life can absolutely, how do you put this, blow up?
A Kansas City man just found out that he's not his grandma's favorite because she gave him a gift before he went home to California, and she was like, do not open it when you get to the airport, wait till you land and get home to open it.
I got stopped at the airport security. And you know what? It was because of this briefcase.
I don't care if you're my grandma. If you give me a briefcase and say, go through TSA and don't open it.
Yeah, no. When you leave after a visit and she handcuffs you to the briefcase, you should be like, no.
The guy tells me what's inside it. Who am I, Tom Hanks? Am I gonna go to the park and I'm gonna write a whole book?
It's this old typewriter. How cute!
No, Grandma's cleaning out a closet. She's like, what can I do with this? Oh, Christmas.
You used a typewriter at one point, right?
I used a typewriter. I ran the National Guard with a typewriter. Well, the 146.
Wait, you never used a typewriter?
Never.
I was so good at it.
Wait, so all the type was in the exact same font?
Oh my God.
What do you think? You think it's like a ransom note?
I don't know, it's just like
Merry Christmas, guys.
Ever since I got this typewriter, I have had this idea at the back of my mind that I wanted to make this case, the case that it came in. It's so unique and so beautiful and so simple in such an old and antique way. There was just a part of me that felt like I had to ruin it in some ways. Casey Neistat says it best.
Sometimes you have to wreck things to make them your own. Call it creative destruction.
And what better inspiration for making something that's me than my own shoes? I mean, I wear these New Balances every day. I don't see anybody else wearing these New Balances. This isn't sponsored, by the way, but I'd love for it to be sponsored. So I did like a kind of doodle mock-up design in my little pocket journal. But maybe I'll just use, just for a quick second, I think we gotta involve some technology into this. Modern technology, not just the typewriter. Going into painting this suitcase, I wanted to first design my layout on my computer with Adobe InDesign because, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest painter in the world. I really don't paint much of anything ever, so this was going to be a little bit of a learning curve. So I designed it on my computer prior to painting on the case, and that's exactly what I'm doing with this right now. So this is kind of the rough draft. I'm not sure about the arrows yet. These are more of a placeholder because that would be the last layer I paint on anyways. I mean, that would be I kind of like the rigidness at the bottom and then kind of wavy at the top. It would be cool to like go over these, but if you look closely, it's orange and then white and then the yellow just to accentuate. So that's the plan. I'm gonna need some paint. Stencils. I liked this bike specifically, and then I got some Western stencil font. Cheap bag of paintbrushes. This is an 8 count. Green masking tape so it doesn't blend in with any of the colors that I got. And this is the paint. I got navy, mustard yellow, tan, like a dark orange, black, and white. The case closes like this. So I think it would be pretty rad to do it on the top. So to start off, I'm just gonna get a wipe and I'm gonna clean it off, really just get all the dirt off. And then I'm gonna start kind of drawing out lightly with pencil so I can kind of stencil out how I want it to look. So it would be flipped because this is the top of the case and I need the letters to be like if this is the J, it would be like that. We'd be looking at it like this. And the sun's starting to set, so it's starting to feel like it's gonna get late. So I want to start this today, but I don't think I can finish this tonight. I do want an energy drink of some kind. I'm just a little sleepy. Should I go to the store first? I know I just would. Also, I kind of cheated you guys. All the supplies and stuff I got that I like dropped on the floor today. I actually got those yesterday because I needed tape and printer paper so I could actually type because I have auditions to do. You know, I'm still an actor. This YouTube thing's a hobby for now. All right, enough of me ranting. Let's do this. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn these layers off and just focus on doing these 3 big blue dots and then translate that to here. All in a day's work, huh? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this cardstock paper and then use the paper plate as a guide to draw something along the lines of a round thing. So yeah, let's hope this works a little better. And after a few minutes of cutting out the cardstock, I was happy with the first big ellipse, and now it's time to tape it to the case and try to keep that thing as flush as possible to the leather. From this point moving forward, I start off with the sponge brush, and I wasn't a huge fan of using the sponge brush painting on top of the case, so I quickly transition over to a normal paintbrush, and this easily thickened up some of the paint and made a much more concise brush stroke, which I was a lot happier with. I also gave my try at stamping it with a different paintbrush, which is kind of more spongy like the first one, but I wasn't still this sponge brush, in my opinion, while it said online would be the most effective on leather, for the kind of painting that I am doing on top of this, I need this paint to build layer on layer on layer, so it was just not going to work. So I've made another little egg, and honestly, now that this one's drying just a little bit, I think a second layer might make it look good. Okay, it's another day. It's been another day, and I honestly put like 5 more coats of paint on top because I just think the quality of the paint is kind of garbage. But I thought I'd give you guys the service of peeling off this first layer of paper real quick. All right. No. I'm upset, but I'm not surprised. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this. All right, guys, let's see if I repair this. nothing like a little bit of water, a damp cloth, and a pair of scissors to scratch away some of the paint. It's salvageable. I actually think I can continue forward, and I'm gonna paint around the edges just to make them a little bit thicker. I mean, the damage is already done to the case, so at this point it's like I might as well go all the way. At around this point, I started to realize while painting on this case, this piece of history from my grandma, that where I'm at now in my life is a really special moment. To be able to even have the time alone in a few days to paint on this case and experiment and fix problems as they come up. I feel like I'm experiencing a new side of myself through doing this, and it's been fun and it's been challenging, but let's keep going. Okay, so I ended up adding another blue dot. I just freehanded it because the template that I put on top just was not the move. Especially, I ended up saving it. You know, I scratched a lot of the leather though. But now we got a third blue dot, and I put these orange dots on there. And I have to be honest with you guys, it's been a week since I started this. The amount of coats of paint that I have to put on of this, like on the suitcase, is insane. But it's actually starting to turn out kind of nice. It's artsy, yeah. Oh. With a little bit of basic wiping down with a towel, I can always just go back over this with blue paint, so I'm not super worried. This was more of just like come on. And while I let all the colored painted dots on the front of the case dry, I thought I might as well put the bike stencil to use. So let's paint a little bit of black on top and see how it goes. And as satisfying as this tape reveal may be in your head, I am so sorry in advance because I got so excited to take off the tape. And I was so afraid that it would bubble like originally with the blue dots that I was like, you know what, I just painted it. I'm just gonna take this stencil off right now. Right now. Literally seconds after painting it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the black spot on the top of the case and then put the bike template right back on top. But I'm gonna put yellow on top of the black because I'm just a big fan of black and yellow. You know what it is.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
You know, it's better than I thought. I think I can touch up this and then that's it. Cool. I've always heard rumors of hitting the wall, but never in my life did I think I'd hit the wall this hard. I ended up taking another week and a half off the project. But the magic about being creative is that when you hit the wall, you either finish or you don't. Those who don't have nothing to show. I still got this video, so the project isn't done. Once I finally got through the wall, I said, today's the day. I'm going back to the store. I'm going to get spray paint and I'm going to get a poster board. I'm going to put the letters on the poster board and I'm going to cut them out. If I don't cut them out with scissors, well, guess what? I can use a razor blade. You know, it doesn't sound pretty, but you do what you got to do. I did a lot of experimenting in this phase of the case, and honestly, there was a little bit of guidance from my roommates because they hit a point where they're like, all right, we're excited to see you put these letters on this thing. So that is exactly what we are doing. It is time to finish the case. Come on.
It's getting pretty dark outside. I mean, it's not like nighttime yet, but we could always do this at night.
For you guys, this is gonna be like 2 seconds, and for me, this is gonna be like 20 minutes.
She's all secured and fastened and safe from the rest of the spray paint. All right, it's time to go out into the darkness.
Lights are on. Cases in place.
Tripod is ready. Let's do this.
Okay, so I just put on the 4th coat of orange, and I'm gonna just let it sit and dry. Before bed, I'm gonna take it back inside, offset it, and I'll do the white layer tomorrow morning, and then it's done.
Oh my goodness. Not too bad. I kind of wish I just started with the spray paint.
If you guys could see what I see. Oh wait, you can. I can just show you. Watch this.
You plan to do so much, and then rain comes and gets in your way. Well, rain was not going to stop me. At this point, it was time to offset the white. And if I have to wait a little bit just till nighttime for the rain to stop, that's what I'll do.
Okay, so we just gotta let the white first coat layer dry. I'm gonna go real slow on this, and it's almost done. When I first started the spray painting, I was like, this is either gonna make it or break it, but it seems great, honestly. So heck yeah.
And after what was originally planned to be a 2-day video project and painting project has now become a 2.5-week painting project, and I still haven't even edited the video. The case is done, and ultimately that's what matters. You know, I spent a lot of time reflecting on what it is like to start something and finish something over the past 2.5 weeks, because this project was birthed from a project that started months ago, which was, can I make 1 TikTok a day? Which I can. But now I've found myself putting my head towards bigger projects, because I think the bigger projects, the ones that actually do take a little bit of time, always end up more thought out, more planned, and ultimately more crafted, more better, more unique, more, I don't want to say it's more artful, but improv versus long form Shakespeare plays. 2 different things. There's room for both, obviously, but thank you for watching, and I hope that you too can make something your own.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, I got stopped at the airport security. And you know what? It was because of this briefcase that my grandma gave me as an early Christmas gift. And she said, don't open it until you get to California. And I was like, what is in the briefcase? It's super heavy. And she said, just wait till you get there. And I was like, Grandma, I'm going to the airport. Like, I need to know what's... And she's like, it's a surprise. Just like, please, please. You know, she just got the Mustang. She's cruising. She's balling out right now. And she wanted to give me this old suitcase. And so I go through security at the airport. And the machine goes off. And it gets flagged as it's going through the conveyor belt. And the guy tells me what's inside it. And I'm like, why did she get... I'll show you what's inside. Like, how old is this thing? Like, this old-timey briefcase gets pulled away. Who am I, Tom Hanks? Am I gonna go to the park and I'm gonna write a whole book with a typewriter? I almost didn't get in the airport because of this typewriter. Because they asked me what's inside, and I said, I don't know. I don't know. And they said, what do you mean? You're bringing a briefcase and you don't know what's inside? I was like, it's a surprise. Merry Christmas, guys. Now that Thanksgiving's over, we can say that. Happy holidays if you don't celebrate. Anyways, catch me in the park.